Hello friends, this video on understanding elementary shapes part 18 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Rectangle. So in rectangle all sides are equal, that is 90 degrees. So if we say that this is a rectangle ABCD, so in this case angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. So that is the first property of a rectangle. Next thing is opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this is something which is in common with parallelogram. So the opposite sides are equal in length, that is AD is equal to BC and also AB is equal to CD. So the opposite sides are equal in length and they are also parallel to each other. Diagonals bisect each other. So in this case also we see that the two diagonals divide each other into equal halves. Diagonals are equal. So this is something new, that diagonals are also equal, that is AC is equal to BD. So now when you look at the properties of rectangle, do you see any similarity between rectangle and parallelogram? Yes, if you look at the second and the third property, these two are common between rectangle and parallelogram. So is there any property which is extra in case of rectangle? Yes. So the first property and the fourth property. So the first property is all angles are equal. So this is a special property of rectangle. So there was no such requirement in case of a parallelogram. So we can say that rectangle is like a special type of parallelogram because rectangle satisfies all the criteria to become a parallelogram, because these are the criteria to become parallelogram. But a parallelogram doesn't satisfy all the criteria to become a rectangle. So therefore we can say that rectangle is a special type of parallelogram. So all rectangles are parallelograms, but all parallelograms are not rectangles. So how can we make rectangle using set square? So again, with two set square you can make a parallelogram, but in this case you have to arrange the set square in this fashion. So which type of set square I have taken? So I have taken two pieces of 30, 60, 90 set square. So the set square whose two angles are 30 degree and 60 degree and 90 degree respectively. So two such set squares arranged in this fashion such that each angle is equal to 90 degree. Square. Now square is another wonderful thing. Here all the sides are equal, all angles are equal. So pretty simple to remember, everything is equal. So if ABCD is a square, in that case AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. And also angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. So each angle is 90 degree and all sides are equal. In this case, diagonals are also equal, that is AC is equal to BD. Diagonals bisect each other, that means the diagonals intersect each other at their midpoints such that DO is equal to OB and AO is equal to OC. Now looking at the properties of square, what do you think? How is a square like a rectangle like? Is there any similarity between a square and a rectangle? So this property is common between both of them. All angles are equal. All angles in rectangle also is 90 degree. Their diagonals are equal. That is also a common property. Their diagonals bisect each other. That is also a common property. So you see, except the first property, all other properties are same between square and a rectangle. So in this case, if you see, you would feel that a square satisfies all the criteria to become a rectangle. Right? But a rectangle doesn't satisfy all the criteria to become a square, because in rectangle there is no such condition that all the sides should be unequal. So in rectangle there is a condition that opposite sides should be parallel, opposite sides should be equal. So in this case opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal as well. Right? So that means square satisfies all the criteria to become a rectangle. So we can say that square is like a special rectangle. And since rectangle is already a special parallelogram, so square is also a special parallelogram, because square satisfies all the conditions to become a rectangle, all the conditions to become a parallelogram. In fact, besides that, square has some extra property like all sides should be equal. So how can we make a square using set square? So we can take two set square, but this time the set square that we are going to take is the 45, 45, 90 set square. Why so? Because in this type of set square, the length of this side and this side is same. Because in a square, all lengths should be equal, all the sides. Therefore, we take 45, 45, 90 set square. Now, there is another interesting property of square, and that is the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That means the diagonals not only bisect each other, they also bisect each other at 90 degrees. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.